Live from the Ball State News Center, this is NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Stephen Prosser.
And I'm Madeline May. Thank you for joining us. The Indiana House of Representatives has voted that Democratic Superintendent Glenda Ritz be removed from the Indiana State Board of Education. The vote in the House was 58-40, with most of the votes from Republicans to dismantle the Democratic School Board. Governor Pence commented on the board, saying that it has an issue with the length of the Indiana statewide testing for Educational Purposes Plus exam. Governor Pence even hired a man from Michigan to review the test in order to shorten it. The vote to remove Ritz as superintendent is moving to the Senate.
It's a heartbreaking end for the family of the American woman held captive by ISIS. Today, the White House and Kayla Mueller's family confirmed she is dead. Polo Sandoval has the latest on her death and the reaction from Washington.
Word from ISIS confirms the fears of 26-year-old Kayla Mueller's family. ISIS sent them a private message over the weekend. U.S. officials confirm its authenticity, saying it offers photos but no indication of how the young woman died at the hands of ISIS.
What was so extraordinary about Kayla is she did ordinary things to extraordinary measures. She gave people food. She gave people water.
Messages of condolence and comfort are pouring in from the streets of Mueller's hometown in Prescott, Arizona, to the nation's capital. President Obama spoke to Mueller's parents and released a statement saying, in part, "No matter how long it takes, the United States will find and bring to justice the terrorists who are responsible." Mueller was the last known American hostage held by the group. 3 others were killed in a series of videotaped executions since August. The Mueller family is mourning, but finally getting some solid answers for the first time in over a year. They released a letter from their daughter that was written while in captivity, her strength and humility evident in her own words. "I have been shown darkness, light, and have learned that even in prison one can be free. I am grateful. I have come to see that there is good in every situation. Sometimes we just have to look for it."
The world wants to be more like Kayla. And if that is her legacy and the footprint that she leaves on the world, then that is a wonderful thing.
I'm Polo Sandoval reporting.
ISIS captured Kayla Mueller in August 2013 while she was doing humanitarian work in northern Syria. Her family and friends stayed silent out of fear for her safety until May, when ISIS sent the family proof of life. In July, ISIS announced it would kill Kayla in 30 days unless the Muellers paid nearly $7 million in ransom. Then last Friday, ISIS turned to social media announcing Mueller was killed in a Jordanian airstrike. U.S. officials say there is no evidence to those claims.
Indiana is doing well on vaccination rates, according to U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy. Fox News reports that he is issuing stern warnings to states that still allow people to opt out of vaccinations. The number of cases has risen to 121, with the closest case in Chicago. Murthy stopped by Indianapolis to speak at Eskenazi Hospital as part of a multi-state listening tour. He understands parental concern, but believes that this is an instance where decisions must be made based on science.
As the Surgeon General in Indianapolis hails the Indiana vaccination rate, the U.S. count is now up to 102 cases. Measles, which are more regularly seen in the winter and early spring, are now present in 14 states. 85% of the cases have stemmed from the outbreak that occurred at Walt Disneyland in December.
Indiana House Speaker Brian Bosma is set to present his ethic legislation. It is aimed to improve transparency in limiting lawmakers and state officials' conflict of interest to a House committee. He announced that he will present the bill Tuesday morning to the House Government and Regulatory Reform Committee. Democratic House Minority Leader Scott Palath of Michigan City co-authored the bill. The bill follows an investigation into former state school superintendent Tony Bennett's use of state staff and resources. The bill will also review a senior lawmaker's private lobbying last year.
The facilities manager for the Indianapolis Colts has been robbed 3 times in the past 3 years. Troy Glendening came home from his work this afternoon to find his home robbed and raided. Glendening has a large collection of Colts items, but this time the robbers stole something of higher value: his 9-month-old boxer puppy named Vegas. Neighbors saw a blue pickup truck pull away from the home around 1 p.m. The time it's believed the robbery took place. If anyone has information on the robbers or the puppy, you can call the Boone County Sheriff's Office at 481-8232.
2 feet of snow has landed on New England, and forecasters have warned that even more snow is a possibility. Many are struggling to get to work as the snow has halted the trolleys and subways. The amount of snow has broken the record set in 1978. So far, it is forecasted that snowfall will begin again on Thursday afternoon and then intensify come Thursday night. 500 members of the Massachusetts National Guard were activated today.
I'm 83 years old, and I have never seen so much snow. The snow was up to the second story of the house, so the doors were sealed, the windows were sealed, and all the vents were blocked with ice.
More snow trucks have been purchased as state workers have removed enough snow to fill Gillette Stadium 90 times over.
Well, you know, Madeline, walking around today, I was actually in a really good mood because the sun was out.
The sun has been out. I don't think it's been so bad the last few days.
I agree. You know, I'm really hoping that the warmer weather really starts to just come in full swing, you know?
You know, we're only 3 weeks from spring break, though, so for all of you going to warm weather, you're lucky.
I'm headed down to Naples to see my sister. Really excited.
All right, Michael Behrens, what is our forecast like for Muncie?
Well, guys, we have one more day where warm weather is certainly going to be a possibility. Tomorrow, those temperatures are going to warm up nicely as the winds transition out of the southwest. Here in Muncie right now, 24, our temperature, east winds at 8 miles per hour. Again, these winds will start to shift in the overnight, and that will bring us the warmer weather conditions for tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's not going to last. Cold weather is on the way. Radar right now, not a whole lot going on around our region, but as we look off toward our northwest, this is our next system. It's going to bring us a few tail-end snow showers and possibly some lake effect snow on Thursday, and we could see some accumulation off of that. We'll have more details on that coming up in your full forecast, as well as the look at that warm Wednesday. It's not going to last, though, so don't get too used to that. There's several snow chances in the forecast and a big cool down for the weekend. I know it's not what you want to hear, but during winter in Indiana, all things are possible. We'll have details on that coming up.
You know, even when there's only an inch of snow on campus, there's always those kids that make a snowman.
That's true. You know, my roommate, my friend Cassie, and my girlfriend Alicia, we actually made one last week. His name was Phil.
Yes, you did. So maybe you'll get another chance this week.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Coming up, find out who's in the running in the student government elections.
And NBC has made a decision concerning their lead anchor. Stay tuned.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against the wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
From the Ball State News Center, you're watching NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
And we have breaking news here at NewsLink Indiana. A baby died tonight in a house fire on South Meeker Avenue in Muncie. Fire Chief Eddie Bell confirmed just after 8 that the 5-month-old had died. Coroner Scott Hahn is on the scene. Battalion Chief Terry Moore said firefighters were nearby and quickly removed the baby from the burning house. But when the child was found, it was already dead. Firefighters were able to extinguish the fire quickly, while the baby stayed in the ambulance at the scene. Animal Control was also on the scene, removing a frightened dog.
An 11-year-old was in court Tuesday over the allegations that she beat a 2-month-old baby to death. CNN's Tracy Carlos has more.
An 11-year-old girl is locked up here at the Lake County Juvenile Detention Center tonight. She is accused of killing a 2-month-old baby girl. Wickliffe police responded to a call of a baby not breathing on Friday. That baby, Zuri Whitehead, later died at Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. Police say the 11-year-old girl's mother was babysitting the baby to give her friend a break for the evening. Police say the babysitter, the 11-year-old, and the 2-month-old baby were all together until the babysitter fell asleep. And police say that's when the 11-year-old took the baby to another room and beat her to death.
We're trying to figure out, what could possibly motivate someone to do something like that. And so far, we've not come up with an answer that's,
The 11-year-old faced a judge here at the Lake County Juvenile Justice Center today for the first time. The next step is a competency hearing. In Lake County, Tracy Carlis for The Now.
Wycliffe Police Chief said the 11-year-old, her mother, and the baby were on a couch downstairs when the mother fell asleep about 3 Friday morning. The mother was awakened less than an hour later by her daughter holding the badly injured infant.
Indiana state legislator is looking at a bill to legalize carry-out alcohol sales on Sundays. Indiana is one of the last states to have a ban on liquor sales on Sundays. The bill allows the sale of liquor on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This bill is supported by the leaders of both houses in the state legislature. Wish TV Ball State Hoosier survey found that 52% of respondents were in favor of the passing of the bill.
NBC nightly news anchor Brian Williams is being suspended for 6 months without pay because of his time covering the Iraq War. NBC Chief Steve Burke commented that Williams' actions were inexcusable and jeopardized the trust he has built up with viewers during his decade as the network's lead anchor. Williams apologized last week for saying he was in a helicopter that was hit by a grenade while in Iraq in 2003. However, the veterans involved called him out, saying that he wasn't in the helicopter hit by a grenade. Burke says that Williams still deserves a second chance even after this incident.
Second Harvest Food Bank is holding a tailgate on Thursday to provide food to those in need. The event will begin at 9 a.m. and each car in line will receive food for 3 families that will include 5 items. The tailgate will be held at the Borg Warner parking lot across the street on the north side of State Road 32.
The Ball State Student Government Association voted in the slates for the next year. 3 slates are in the running. Cardinal Direction, consisting of Wesley Crouch, Jesse Sharkey, and Jake Cash. Momentum, consisting of Quentin Thompson, Banu Destova, Patrick Jennings, and Dana Arnett. And Atlas, made up of Jack Hesser, Richu Abbey, Austin Acel, and Megan Mullen. Campaigning begins tonight.
And when we come back, we will have your full weather report.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
From the Ball State News Center, you're watching NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
Well, Stephen, it was a sunny day here in Muncie, which is enjoyable, but I'm ready to see some green on the trees.
I agree. You know, I know that the groundhog saw his shadow, which is kind of disappointing, but almost every year he sees his shadow.
I don't think that he's a real thing. I will never buy that. No, we always have an extended winter anyway, so.
I know.
All right, Michael Behrens, what do our next few days look like?
Well, over the next couple of days, we have at least a brief warm-up. That comes in on Wednesday, but following that, things start to take a turn for the colder. I know you said the groundhog saw his shadow. I mean, some of the meteorologists are joking that if the sun comes up in the morning, he'll always see his shadow, so I wouldn't put much faith in the rodent-based forecasting. So let's take a look at our national temperatures right now across the country. Here in Muncie, we're at 24 degrees, Kansas City 41, Minneapolis 26. That cold air really in place across the region. The same for here across the state of Indiana. Temperatures 19 in Indianapolis right now, 14 Kokomo, 18 Lafayette. The good news for us is these temperatures will start to warm up a little bit as we head into the next day or so as the winds start to make a change in their directions from the south. Now here across the region right now, radar is clear off toward the north. This is our next weather system. This is what we're watching for our snowfall on Wednesday. We're going to be on the tail end of this little line going across back into Illinois, Missouri. That's going to sweep across the state and really bring us a scattered chance for the snow showers during the day Wednesday and into Thursday. The winds right now from the east, 8 miles per hour here in Muncie, that's where they're going to start to change. As we put it through precision cast here, you see by tomorrow around noon, they've really picked up in the southwest direction, up above 10 miles per hour, and the temperatures will warm up because of this. You'll see that warmer air move its way here into Muncie. We're expecting a high of 37 for tomorrow. Now going toward precision cast, we'll watch this system really fade out as it works its way toward us. The cloud cover in place tomorrow morning, but we do see some breaks in that, so maybe a few peaks of sunshine before clouds totally take over as we head into Wednesday afternoon. As we head into Wednesday night, we see the scattered snow band set up across the region. Not a whole lot of accumulation to come from these scattered snow showers. The heavier accumulation comes in on Thursday with this heavier band of snowfall we'll see set up across our region. Now, taking a look at your day planner for Wednesday night, we see the temperatures start to fall off, the snowfall really picking up as we head toward Thursday. Again, that's where we're expecting this almost lake effect snow band to shape up. We zoom out here, you see the winds. They're going to be coming off the lake, really pulling that snow down across the state of Indiana. And that's going to be our real chance for accumulation until Friday, when a more organized area of snow makes its way into our region. Still not expecting a lot of accumulation, but accumulation is expected on Friday as well. Now, so those winds you see there from the northwest Thursday in the morning, northwest 22 here in Muncie on Precision Cast. So really gusting across that lake, bringing us that potential for snowfall. You see it's a real narrow band of snowfall, really only between parts of Delaware County here back up into Grant County. So it's not really gonna, it's really gonna depend on where this sets up, on where those accumulations actually fall the heaviest. You see over in Anderson, only 0.6, Muncie 1.4, and then it drops back to 1.1 in Portland. So we're going to be watching that carefully and keeping you up to date on where the heavier area of snowfall will be. For tonight, mostly cloudy, 23, the winds shifting into again from that southwest direction, bringing us that warmer air for tomorrow. 37 your high, southwest winds 5 to 15. The scattered snowfall activity starts to pick up in intensity in the afternoon as temperatures fall. Tomorrow night, 14 degrees, a northwest wind 10 to 20 mile per hour. As we take a look at our 7-day forecast here, you can see really the cold trends start to take hold. Thursday, 18 degrees, low of 8 Friday morning. Some snow chances possible in the PM hours of Friday into Saturday, Saturday being Valentine's Day. Here's your Valentine's Day forecast. It could definitely be better. We expect the snowfall to be around during the AM hours, but after that, temperatures certainly fall. This high of 20, that's going to happen really early in the day. And check out that low Saturday night, -3, where we head throughout the day on Saturday. It's going to get really cold here by next week. 7 your high on Sunday. Monday, temperatures start to recover just a little bit, back into the low 20s by next week.
Up next in sports, a star on the college football field gets an invite from NFL scouts.
And after just one game, a Ball State team is already earning awards. Stay tuned.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
From the Ball State News Center, you're watching NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
Welcome back, I'm Casey Miller, and this is NewsLink Indiana Sports. Well, the Ball State men's basketball team is in action right now in DeKalb against the Northern Illinois Huskies. The Cardinals are just past the halfway mark in conference play, looking to improve on their 2-8 mark in the league. Now, this one has been close throughout. It stands at 53-48 right now. Jeremiah Davis leading the way for Ball State, shooting perfect from the floor in the first half. He has 11 points at the moment. Sean Sellers has added 9 points from beyond the arc for the Cardinals as well. Jordan Threloff, the top scorer for the NIU Huskies. He has 12 points and 5 rebounds. We'll have highlights from tonight's game tomorrow night right here on NewsLink Indiana. And it's a new year for the Ball State softball team as they opened their season in Nashville, Tennessee last weekend. NewsLink Indiana's Kelsey Anderson has more.
Last weekend, Ball State's softball team headed to Nashville, Tennessee to open their season. The Cardinals ended the weekend with a 3-1 record, with their only loss being to in-state rival Indiana State.
I think the sky's the limit. It's really up to us. We're in a position to write our own destiny. I know our senior class would like to see another, championship, as well as the entire team. But our senior class has won, championship every year that they've been here at Ball State. So we're going to continue to work hard and play together, and anything is possible.
Junior Sammy Cowger is ready to show what this Ball State team is capable of.
I think we're going to come out and put on a really big show for everyone. I don't know if you guys saw the preseason rankings, but we weren't ranked first this year after winning the MAC last year, so we're going to come out and kind of show everyone that we're ready to take the MAC and we're going to be prepared.
The Cardinals have high hopes for this season as they were ranked second on the MAC Conference preseason polls. They'll be back in action on Friday in Auburn, Alabama. In Muncie, I'm Kelsey Anderson for NewsLink Indiana.
Thank you, Kelsey. Well, now alone in second place in the MAC West at 7-3, the Ball State women's basketball team continues conference play tomorrow night at Eastern Michigan. Natalie Fontaine anchors the Ball State offense, having scored in double digits in 19 of the season's 21 games. The Cardinals have won 3 of the last 4 meetings between these two teams. The Eagles sit at the bottom of the West Division at 4-5. Tip-off for that game is set for tomorrow night, 7 p.m. in Ypsilanti. And Ball State's all-time leading rusher is getting a shot at professional football. Senior Jawan Edwards accepted an invitation to participate in the National Football League Scouting Combine. Edwards will get the chance to work out in front of all 32 NFL teams. Edwards finished his career at Ball State as the all-time leader in a laundry list of categories, including rushing yards, rush attempts, rushing touchdowns, and total touchdowns. The 5'10", 219-pound running back was just the second Cardinal in history to rush for more than 1,000 yards in 3 straight seasons. The NFL Combine begins 1 week from today in Indianapolis. And finally tonight, the IHSAA canceled today the seasons of 2 Northwest Indiana boys basketball teams that were involved in a brawl Saturday night. The bench-clearing fight broke out after a hard foul in the first quarter of the Griffith versus Hammond game. It was a brutal fight that ended as police officers cleared the court. In addition to canceling the remainder of the seasons, both teams involved will have to pay out a $500 fee to the hosts of each away game that they were scheduled to play.
Coming up, find out who is coming to Bruce Hall.
And find out who is leaving TV after the break.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Ball State News Center. You're watching NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Bailey Weaver with tonight's entertainment news. Jazz band The Hot Sardines will take the Bruce Hall stage this week. Ball State will host this iconic band Thursday night at 7:30 and bring audiences a performance filled with excitement. This New York City band has an early jazz foundation core and even includes a tap dancer as a member of the group. Tickets are on sale through the Emmons box office and are $5 in advance for students or $10 at the door. The performance is open to the public and you can contact the Emmons box office for more pricing information. Emmy Award-winning star Jon Stewart will be leaving The Daily Show. Stewart announced to his audience today during the taping of his comedy show that he is retiring from his position this year. The Comedy Central host has been a member of the show since 1999 when he took over for star Craig Kilborn. According to Entertainment Weekly, Comedy Central president Michelle Gainless gave this statement, quote, "He is a comic genius, generous with his time and talent, and will always be a part of the Comedy Central family." That's all for tonight's entertainment news. I'm Bailey Weaver.
That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to watch tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on Cardinal Vision.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a good night. Oh my gosh, you know.
All right.